Okay, so what we have learned till now, theory of evolution and Big Bang theory का introduction. So let's move and let's start what? Evidences. So now what is the evidences? हमें हर चीज के लिए क्या चाहिए? सबूत चाहिए. Okay, we want evidence. आप कह दोगे there was a universe or generated, then छोटा सा unicellular आता है, then multicellular वगैरह वगैरह. So we can't trust because we want what? Evidence. So we have total 6 evidences. Today I will give you introduction of all the evidences, and in our regular batch we will study in detail each and every evidence. So let's begin with the morphological evidence. So see, what is the meaning of first one is a morphology. फर्स्ट, जब भी तुम लोग साइंस टू पढ़ते हो तो आपको हर एक वर्ड को एटलीस्ट उसका मीनिंग पता करना बहुत जरूरी है, बिकॉज वो आपका अंडरस्टैंडिंग और कंसोलिडेट करेगा. Morphology, morphological, it means morphology. Now try to understand. Morphology का meaning होता है structure. Okay. Second, anatomical. Now what is the anatomical? You can see it is about the joints or the body structure. Vestigial. Vestigial, it means what? Something like a vest. Paleontological, that we all know, it is all about the fossil fuels or fossils, not fuels, fossils. Connecting links and embryological. So in the embryological we have what? Embryo. So what is the embryo? We have this topic in chapter number 3, reproduction. We have the male cell, we have the female cell. Okay, that sperm cell and the egg cell. Then these two form what? After the fertilization, they form the zygote. Okay, and that zygote further develop into what? Embryo. So these all are the evidences which will give us the proof for the theory of evolution. तो आपको ये theory of evolution में क्या proof करना है? Let's try to understand this. First point, what is this theory of evolution? यहाँ पे हमें theory of evolution में क्या पता चलता है? That we have at the start we have a small primitive cell. That cell further developed into unicellular. Then this unicellular further evolved or developed into multicellular, and further these multicellular have developed into, we have seen some of them are aquatic one, some of them are living on the land only. Then amphibians we have living on the both. Then we have terrestrial animals. Then we have the aves and so on. So this all development required what? This all development is called as evolution, right? But the question comes is, what you have to prove? आप evidence किस चीज के लिए देते हो? आप proof क्या करना चाहते हो? So let's consider 3 examples. First, at the first point, suppose you have what? You have your bird. One कोई एक bird ले लो, या कोई fish है, या humans. So now if you will find your ancestors, कि आप कहाँ से आओ, तो humans का तो पता है हम लोग, we are, our ancestors are monkeys. Now तो हम लोग ऐसे ही पीछे उसको अगर ट्रेस करोगे, तो आप हर किसी को अगर पीछे ट्रेस करोगे for each and every organism, so you will find this all having what? Common ancestor. This all having what? Common ancestor. So this all having what? Common ancestor. It means their source is common. Try to understand. So what we need to prove here is, we need to prove here that all source, whatever the source, is common to all. तो सर ये कैसे पता चलेगा कि सोर्स इज कॉमन है या नहीं है? तो इसीलिए हमें क्या पढ़ना है? वी हैव टू स्टडी दिस एविडेंसेस. सो लेट्स बिगिन विद द एविडेंसेस. सो हियर वी हैव द फर्स्ट एविडेंस, दैट इज व्हाट? मॉर्फोलॉजिकल एविडेंस. व्हाट इज द मॉर्फोलॉजिकल एविडेंस? मॉर्फोलॉजी को मैंने अभी आपको कहा था स्ट्रक्चर. इफ यू विल सी morphology or basic structure of this first row, all these three having some commonality in their structure. किसी का ऐसा है, आईज नीचे है, माउथ ऊपर है, Because same structure, there is a basic structure is what? Same. Here also you can see there are different plants, but they're having some commonality in that. It means what? They all having something similar. So these similarities, like in a structure, is showing that these all have what? These all have common ancestry, or they have a common origin, I can say, better word, common origin than source. Common origin. So this is your first proof that you are proving that these all are evolved or are developed from the one common origin. So see the mouth, position of eyes, structure of nostrils. So these are showing similarities in structure. So it proves that the origin must be same and must have common ancestors. So clear with the first evidence? So this is a morphological evidence. What is the next one? Anatomical evidence. So I said, what is the anatomy? It is about the joining or bone structure, study of bone structure, study of bone or joints. So see, this is human hand, then cat's foreleg. So these all organs are different, right? So these all organs are different. They might have different functions also. They're having some differences in structure. But see here the joints. One, two, one, one, two. So this is some similarity in that. So similarity in the structure of bone. तो एनाटॉमी अगर आता है तो आपको एक वर्ड याद रखना है, समवेयर रिलेटेड टू बोन्स. एंड और मॉर्फोलॉजी आता है तो याद रखना है इट्स समवेयर रिलेटेड टू स्ट्रक्चर. So bones and bony joints in the organs of each of those animals. So there is a similarity. So this is also showing there is what? Common ancestor. So these two evidences which are very, very simple. Then third you have the vestigial organ. Now I will tell you the vestigial organ kya hai. Okay. So suppose we have the first. तो इसके लिए हम लोग एक एग्जांपल के साथ वेस्टिजियल ऑर्गन का एविडेंस पढ़ते हैं. Okay, we have our common ancestors are monkeys, so let's consider humans. Okay, so in which we have the one organ called as appendix. What is this appendix? What is the use of this appendix? First, try to understand this. Okay, in the initial phase, we used to eat what? We used to eat leafy vegetable which is a raw one. उसको हम लोग अच्छे से पका देते हैं. Uncooked food, raw, uncooked, right? So now this uncooked food generally presence of more cellulose in that. So to help in the digestion process, we require this appendix. Okay, so this is the appendix का importance. Now सोचो जब humans पहले in the first, that is the Stone Age, okay, तब humans के लिए वही option था. वो generally raw food consume करता था, उसके लिए appendix बहुत important था at that time. But what happened as humans got developed, they discovered what? Fire, then they start cooking the food. So now they are eating now cooked food. They are not eating the raw food. It means what? The amount of cellulose which they were consuming earlier, now it is very, very, very less. So now they don't need this appendix. तो उनको भी ये appendix का जरूरत है नहीं. Am I right? It means in humans this organ is like what? Waste now. तो ये इसका हमारे लिए कोई यूज ही नहीं है, तो इसको हम लोग क्या कहेंगे? Vestigial organ. First point clear है? What is a vestigial organ? How it is vestigial for us? Second point we will understand, sir, how it will be related to your evolution. Now the question is, this appendix is present in humans? Yes, it is present in human. Is it present in monkeys? Yes, it is present in monkeys. So can I say these are related to this? It means either monkeys have evolved from us or we have evolved from them. So there are two possibilities. But the fact is we are developed or we are developed or evolved from this. Okay. So this is indicating that we all have what? common origin. Okay, we all have what? Common origin as such. Okay, so this is our third evidence. So now we have what? Paleontological evidence. The fourth one is paleontological evidence. As you all know, what happens? All the plants or the animals, okay, after the death, they get buried inside the earth, and such a fossils are generated, right? So these fossils को study किया जाता है. Remnants and impressions of such organisms remain preserved underground. वो वैसे ही रहता है, उसे हम लोग कहते हैं fossils. और ये fossils का study करके हमें पता चलता है, और we can understand the study of evolution. So now ये स्टडी करने के लिए आपके लिए एक अच्छे से एक मेथड डेवलप्ड है. दैट मेथड इज कार्बन डेटिंग मेथड. व्हाट इज दैट मेथड? इज कार्बन डेटिंग मेथड. So if I will say you carbon dating method, it is very easy method. I will try to explain in very easy language. Just try to understand what is going to happen in the carbon dating method. Okay. So first, what happens that we all are, whether it is plants or animals, we all having the very important component, that is component, or we can say the element, that is a carbon. So carbon in our body, it is present in plants as well as in animals. So now suppose you are living now, you are alive. So you have the carbon in your body. Suppose this is 100% carbon you have. Okay. So now after the death, what is going to happen? Now try to understand. जब तुम लोग जिंदा हो तो क्या होता है? 100% आपके बॉडी में कार्बन है. Now after the death, your body starts emitting. It is what? Radioactive. Now what is the radioactive? As we know, radioactive का meaning क्या होता है? Radioactive, it means what? It is which substances which are emits the radiations. So I can say carbon emit हो रहा है. Now try to understand. If carbon is emitting, it means the percentage of carbon will going to decrease. Suppose 1980 में कोई एनिमल का डेथ हुआ, ओके, ह्यूमंस का रहते, कोई तो डेथ. So he having that time 100% carbon. Okay, in the 1990 what is going to happen? 80% हो गया. So carbon का amount जो भी है, it is going to reduce. Okay, so by correlating this and by on analysis of the graph, we can get an idea, we can have an idea how much old this dead body is. So see here, so this is a graph, right? So here you have what? Time in years, and you have what? C12 to 14 रेशियो. तो देखो कार्बन के बहुत सारे आइसोटोप्स होते हैं. तो मैंने कहा कि क्या होता है, एमिट्स करता है रेडिएशंस. तो ये जनरली C12 और C14 अनस्टेबल होते हैं, सो दे विल एमिट. तो हम क्या करते हैं, उनका अमाउंट देखते हैं. जैसे मैंने कहा था 100%, 80%. तो इन दिस वे यू गॉट द रेशियो ऑफ दिस टू. सो यू विल स्टडी दैट. अगर ये 100 है तो आप पता कर सकते हो कि इसके ये कितना पुराना है, 0 ईयर्स पुराना है. अगर ये आपका 80 है, 60 है, 40 है, 20 है और 0. तो suppose you got the body and you found out that this having the ratio of 80. So just see on this graph where this 80 is. So you can see here this 80 is somewhere here. It means this dead body is somehow 4,000 years ago. So in this way you can get what? You get evidence कि ये सबसे पहले कौन आया होगा और सबसे बाद में कौन आया होगा. So ये जो सीक्वेंस आपके पास है, this sequence will give you what? Idea of evolution. तो सर इसका क्या रिलेशन है? सिंपल, आई कैन से सपोज आपने what you did, you got birds, you got reptiles, and you got fishes, let's say, or amoeba. So these all are buried inside the earth. So you have fossils of all those. So what you will apply? You will apply the method of कार्बन डेटिंग. तुम लोग कार्बन डेटिंग करोगे और कार्बन डेटिंग करके आपको समझ में आ जाएगा. This is how old? 10,000 years old. Okay. Then this is 12,000. This is 20,000. So what you can understand from this? This is much more older. It means this is the first, okay, first organism I can say, and then from that these are the developed one. So you may have an idea about the evolution by the study of fossils by carbon dating method. So in this way, by using this carbon dating method or paleontology, these evidences are called as what? Paleontological evidence. तो ये paleontological evidence use करके आप समझ सकते हो theory of evolution. Okay, so see this radioactivity, carbon dating method. So I have already explained you this all. Okay, so now, okay, so we have studied today this four evidences, 3 to 4 evidences. Okay, remaining one we will study in the next lecture. Okay, so this is our second demo lecture. So same 2 demo lectures I have arranged on 12th December and 13th December. That is on Saturday and Sunday. Same time, I am sharing the link of the lectures in my YouTube videos description link. Okay, in the description. So please, if you are understanding the lectures, please share these lectures with other friends also. So we can have a lecture series will start from the 18th December. So before that, we need to reach to the maximum students and we can start the course as early as possible. In the next lecture, I will tell you how we are going to cover the complete syllabus. I will basically give you a plan or timetable how we will going to cover the syllabus. Okay, so please do like, share. Thank you so much.